Alright, our last standard for weather, 7.E.1.6, says conclude that the good health of humans requires monitoring of the atmosphere, maintaining air quality, and stewardship. Now, stewardship is one of those words that's like taking what you have and using it, to not being wasteful with it. If you get a bunch of money, it's about putting it in the right places so that it's not wasteful. And we want to do the same thing when we're looking at our environment. So anyway, what we're going to look at is air quality and how it affects the quality of life for all living things on the earth. Now, I'm breathing now. If I go outside and breathe today, my van is totally yellow. What am I going to be breathing in? Pollen, right? And that's going to affect the quality of my lungs if I have an allergy to it. Okay, but we have natural things like pollen, and we have human activities that affect the air quality. Now, technology has allowed us actually to be able to measure the air quality and the particulate matter in the air. That word particulate matter, you need to know what that means. That means any little pieces of stuff floating in the air, or little particles. We call it particulate matter. You can see the particulate matter of pollen right now. Other times you can maybe, when you see a sunbeam coming in through a window, you can actually see particulate matter floating on the air. Sometimes we see other kinds of particulate matter, and I'm sure you can think of other things other than pollen or the dust you might see, at least in my house. So, we do have some weather concerns that affect air quality. That's the global ozone depletion. We know there's a hole in the ozone layer. If we keep depleting it, more UV rays will come through, causing more skin cancer and things like that. Air pollution that affects how we can breathe and how animals breathe and how photosynthesis can happen. And we have our increased particulate matter. I already said what that meant. Acid rain is water that's falling from the sky that has a slightly lower pH. It probably won't burn you, like burn a hole in your skin or anything, but it is more acidic, causing some things to not be able to thrive. And global warming, which is a theory that is out there. Now, the causes of all of those things: transportation and industry that produces carbon dioxide, that's CO2. The burning of fossil fuels can cause some of these problems. Smog, which is actually a combination of smoke, fog, and other chemicals that you can even see smog hanging around cities and places of industry. Those are all problems. They all cause problems with the respiratory system. But then there's natural things I've mentioned, like pollen, or volcanic eruptions, or any other natural causes that might cause a large amount of dust or a large amount of something in the air that make it hard to breathe. Now, if you're somebody who has asthma, you understand the difficulty with breathing. Here we have our goal, which I didn't have pink, but pink, healthy lungs. And if our air quality is better, our lungs can be healthier. We want to be really good stewards with what we have, so don't pump pollution into your environment. And that is the end of our weather, except for one thing. We're going to have a BCR we're looking at about weather. Look for that on my website. Look for it on the board. I'll have it for you tomorrow. See you then.